Happy New Year! Here's a recap of some of the things that have happened to me in 2018. Yay! It's 2019 now. Things have occurred and let's take a recap, shall we? 2018 began resting my third trimester pregnant belly. Yes, I was resting my third trimester pregnant belly because I had to take sick leave from being pregnant, being in the third trimester, and simply my baby wanted me to rest. That's how I'm gonna put it. Baby shower. The baby shower was a hit because I had my brother and his friend and his girlfriend making all the food for us. We got all the ingredients and they were able to just whip up something great so people were able to eat something good, and I still had leftovers after, as well as the baby shower itself couldn't have been a hit without my two girlfriends from university whom I absolutely love, and I'm so thankful for them, as well as another family friend came over and helped me with some decorations, especially like one of the prime balloon shower, that's it. I'll insert pictures as I'm talking. And she did an amazing job. She actually took the picture that I showed her from Pinterest and made it her own. Actually, she made it better. It's similar but better. Family friend came over to watch hockey games. Oh my gosh, this family I absolutely love. It's my husband's family friend from childhood friend many years ago, and whom I've grown to cherish as well. They came over watching the hockey game, and I was still pregnant at the time, very pregnant. They came and it was my hometown team versus their hometown team, but our household's always been divided like that when those two teams come together. So it was insane to see the stadium cheering for the opposite team versus home team. Regardless, it was so much fun because all the looks I would get, I would be so pregnant and just wanting to bug our friend who is a total fan of the opposing team. But all that mattered was that it was fun. My older cousin gave birth. Now, I've been pregnant with two of my cousins. I've been pregnant with her. She found out she was pregnant first, of course. She was forecasted to be giving birth a month before I gave birth. So she gave birth on Super Bowl Sunday. What a way to spring in the football, especially because it's Americans and the Americans love football. It was a great day for them. She gave birth to our first boy in the family. I gotta mention that because it's all full of girls. Even people around me were pregnant with girls. It's all girl power in the year of the woman, but this little boy had to be born, so loved. First one in the family, and you can just imagine how spoiled he is. I experienced my first float tank. Now, we did this for my husband's birthday. I had it all planned out to go downtown, walk around, and then go to the float tank. So the float tank was a great experience, especially for my back. Now, I was having a lot of sciatica nerve and back pain and shoulder pain, and so we had to do this float tank to try it out because he's been like talking about it for months and months, and then finally we were able to go, and it was a great thing. Now, mind you, they were so catering towards myself being pregnant that they made sure, like the gentleman, the owner, made sure that I was in the cooler tank. Even though it was still nice warm water, the ventilation in that room was much cooler than the other ones, just in case, you know, for overheating and passing out, and you want to avoid that. The ball fell. It's exactly what would have happened if I overheated. I would have fell as well. And so walking became a necessity and a good thing, especially in the third trimester, because it's helping the baby go down, get face down, and it helps with, you know, light exercise for myself being pregnant, because exercising at that point was a no-go. Only, I think I did some squats definitely, and I was doing on the ball, like the fitness ball. I was doing some exercise on there, mainly sitting, mainly rocking, so that I can get, again, the pelvic moving, the baby moving, everything that has to do with the nether regions. We got it covered. My other cousin who I was pregnant with, whom I had one cousin on my mom's side and one cousin on my dad's side, and we were all pregnant at the same time, roughly, with a couple weeks apart. Plus, we all had different gendered babies. Now, as we were going through pregnancy, I can leave all my pregnancy videos down below so you can see how the symptoms I was talking about, every single symptom I talked about, my older cousin who had the boy experienced as well. So we thought we were having a boy, since I just thought, you know, our family were gonna have the same symptoms. X on that, she ended up having the boy. So my other cousin who I was pregnant with, she gave birth 2 days before my water broke. Foreshadowing what's to come. The last friend that I saw hours before my water broke was a friend from work whom we've grown to love dearly. She is now my future doctor to be. Yeah, one of the smartest friends I have. One of the smartest, because I got many smart friends, but she's gonna be a doctor. She's crazy to go through that program. She's very smart to have gone into that program, and she's gonna do awesome. She's gonna be one of the best doctors to be. That's the last person I saw before my water broke, and she's the last person to talk to my baby in the belly. That night as well, we ate some spicy food. I was reading that spicy food works wonders for naturally inducing baby, to try to avoid the medical inducing that could happen and may need to be done to get the ball rolling. But I did this naturally. All the things that I've read also said if you ate spicy food, it could take a whole week for the baby to come out naturally, which was my intention, is to try and push naturally. And so I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think I was that's going to cause something much more rapidly than what I had read. So 7 hours after that, my water breaks. And I'm home, my water breaks, and I'm on the texting my cousin to see if she's up nursing her baby, and then the other one if she's up nursing the baby too. Actually, I think she was in the hospital at this time, or about to leave the hospital. Anyway, it was 2 days after my baby cousin gave birth, and it was a full month after my older cousin gave birth that my water breaks and my baby wants to come out. I was in active labor for 6 hours. I got to the hospital, was dilated to 0. They made me walk around, and then I got dilated to 4. Active labor began then, and then 6 hours later, my baby was born. Again, and if you want to check out my birth video, because it wasn't a vlog. No, I didn't vlog it. I'll link it down below. March 4, my baby was born. I'm talking about how my water broke. I need to specify that. My water breaks 6 hours later, and then my baby's born March 4. 2 weeks after postpartum, I met my first mommy friend, whom I am now friends with, and a couple other ones that were there as well, we still hang out with. And it was kind of good to just get out of the house. 2 weeks. You know, not going to work, so you're at home with the baby, stuck. What do? Go out for a coffee with some mommy friends. Meet some strangers, because strangers become friends. I've also celebrated my 30th birthday. I wanted to have a baby before I was 30. That was always the intention. My husband knew that very well. He was on board with it. I mean, please. It was totally fine. And we had the baby girl a month before I turned 30. Well, just shy of a couple days of her turning a month. I turned 30, and I celebrated with my baby girl, being a mom, and with my loved ones at home. I began light exercising. As the doctor cleared me for that, I healed pretty well. I didn't have any tearing, so that was good. And 6 weeks, which is the suggested time of when you can start exercising. Of course, listen to your body, but I began some light exercising. Grandma, which is my husband's mom, she is Abuelita Blanca, met Aurora for the first time. Aurora was just over a month old, and she got to meet her grandma. Shortly after, I began some weekly meetups with moms. We were chatting on Facebook, and we decided that it could become a weekly thing, that we meet up, and you knew you'd be out of the house. And it ended up being a good thing, because then we were able to look forward to, I looked forward to those days when I knew I could have adult conversations. I joined Stroller Size. That was actually quite fun. Stroller Size, so it's like bring your stroller or your baby carrier, and you're able to walk around for a 5K, plus the trainer included some light exercises that we were able to do So of course, some of them had to modify. I mean, I even had to modify a couple of days, lack of sleep, whatever it was that I was hurting. And I still talk to her this day because I would like to join her again in future. Oh, I got my nails done for the very first time using the dip powder. There's so much about while I was pregnant. I didn't want to do anything while I was pregnant. Didn't even do my hair, didn't do anything. So after I gave birth, I decided, okay, this is probably a good time to check this out and do my nails. And I did them and loved it. Aurora got her ears pierced at the age of 3 months. I think I cried more than she did. She absolutely pinched my hands with her baby grips and hurt for the instant of the earrings were going in. At the same time, there was one lady per ear who pinched her ears, and they've been in her ears ever since. Now she's 9 months old, almost turning 10 months. Yes, a recap of her first few months is coming up. That day was more traumatic for the mom than it was for her because she can't remember. My little brother graduated from his program. I'm so proud of this kid. This kid has made us all proud, graduating from his program, and now he's working in what he loves. My daughter got to experience her first graduation ceremony because we were able to go. I was wearing her in my carrier, and she was able to attend her uncle's graduation. I attended my first bridal shower. The recurring theme is going to be a lot of firsts after baby, first after this. So this is my first bridal shower after baby. I was 5 months postpartum. My girlfriend was getting married in September, and so I was able to attend her bridal shower. Thankfully, hubby took care of Bebe. I began daycare visits and interviews. Talk about anxiety, trying to leave your kid with someone else that you don't know. Talk about them caring for your kid in the way that you care for them. Yep, we did a lot of those. Began monkey rock sessions. That was so much fun. Like, I'll give a little glimpse of what it is. It is instruments, and an instructor comes in and uses his guitar and plays songs, baby songs, and we're all sitting in a circle. The moms with the babies, or dads as well. Grandmas even come join in or sit on the chair and listen in. And it's just a fun half hour of listening to music, and the babies love it. I attended my girlfriend's bachelorette party. That was the same girl that got married in September. She had her bachelorette, and I was graciously invited. I loved it. Loved having time with adults for the whole night, and it was good because I had the support from my husband who took care of our baby girl that night. Just had to make sure that everything was fine, and it was in town, which was great. So in case I needed to step away or needed to leave early, I could. I checked my eyesight. It's been over 2 years since I last checked my eye prescription. I had my first checkup postpartum. We renewed a mortgage. I mean, our house was coming up for renewal of the mortgage, and so we had to do that. Well, baby girl attended her first birthday party. My girlfriend, who was also one of my bridesmaids, had her baby a year before I did, and her baby girl was turned a year this past summer. And so we were able to attend her birthday, which was Aurora's first birthday party. We went swimming for the first time. Aurora went into my grandma's pool, Abuelita Blanca's pool, for the very first time, and she was not sure at first, but I think she liked it. I began pelvic floor physiotherapy. I wanted just to make sure everything was perfect. In the other regions, everything was great in terms of my Kegels working and pushing things that need to be pushed in the right direction, making sure that your body is good for the next baby, etc., etc. My husband and I took our first aid class for infants and children, specifically for that, so that we knew what to do if something were to occur with our baby. Aurora got baptized. It was the most magical day in the world. My childhood priest, who is a dear friend, relative of the family, he baptized me 30 years ago. He also married my husband and I, or helped us celebrate our marriage, as he says. And then he baptized my daughter, my firstborn, which is a great full circle in itself. Then 2 days after, we took our first flight with Aurora, and it was her first flight, but it was also her first class flight. We had some points saved up, and additional money that we were saving up just from not having to spend so much. I mean, most of the spending was done on the baby. It's weird to say that. Depending on how you are, your finances shift when you have kids. And our first flight with Aurora We thought it'd be easier to fly first class, and it absolutely was. It was such a dream. Thank you, baby girl, for being a good girl on the flight. We had our first family photo shoot. Lots of pictures were taken with the bows that I've been buying as well. I have a bow lady whom I love her quality of her work, and I buy bows from her. And so Aurora has many bows, and we had to choose one of them for the family photo shoot, her first family photo shoot. Aurora attended her first Halloween birthday party. Now, one of my mommy friends' baby was turning 1, so she's over a year now, and she's the first out of, I would say, our mommy friends with the babies that we've met to turn 1, and she invited us to the little girl's birthday party. It was lots of fun. We got to dress up, and Aurora wore her costume that was custom made by my aunt. Aurora began swimming lessons. Now this is fun because Aurora loves the water. I mean, she's Pisces, so you would think it'd be in her blood, but most kids aren't like that. So she began her first swimming lessons and she loved it. I had another eye appointment. Now from the first visit, I was supposed there was something that they wanted to just double check, and so I had my second eye appointment within the year, which was covered because the doctor wanted to check on it for a second time. We had Christmas minis, a photo shoot outside. It was so lovely. The snow was falling. The photographer did an amazing job. I absolutely love them because I use them as my profile pictures, and it was great. Baby's waking up. Let me go get her. We took our first flight as a family again with my brother, who joined us with his girlfriend, to Orlando, and we're going on a cruise. Then we went on said cruise. The cruise was amazing, a week long with the family. Abuelita Blanca joined us with her aunt and my 2 little nieces, after which I saw an eye specialist. Now this is from the second exam that they had done on my eyes where they might have saw something, and so I had to see an eye specialist for a second opinion. I had eye surgery. Turns out I needed eye surgery so that my retina won't fall off. So here I am looking at you, looking at me, with eye surgery already completed. First Christmas! Baby girl had her first Christmas. It was here with our little family, my husband and I, and we were able to open gifts and spend time. We did do Christmas Eve, which is what I celebrate, being from Spanish culture, with my brother, his fiance, and her mom and her stepdad. And we were over there for Christmas Eve, which was great time, great food, great company, great conversation. So that was good. And then Christmas, we celebrated here, Christmas Day, with our neighbors coming over. We had some brunch, and we opened up gifts with baby girl. Her first time opening gifts. It was more so her eating paper, trying to eat paper, because we didn't let her eat the paper, but that's what she wanted to do. I got my first haircut since the wedding. I haven't cut my hair since after the wedding. I cut my hair, chopped it right off. It was about here, and now it's about here. And can you see that? Got some purple in the hair. Something new, something for the new year, something for going back to work. And baby girl attended her first Great Gatsby themed New Year's Eve party, which was awesome. I got to go over and have a good time. People were so amazed how good she was. She was sleeping in my arms. I was baby wearing her, and she slept in my arms. She totally passed out before everybody. She's like, I'm done with this. By 8 o'clock, she was out cold, and the music didn't bother her at all. Mind you, we've been having her sleep with noise since she was a little, just to help her with sleep training, and it's worked. And so she does not wake up when there's noise. That's it. 2018 flew by, and 2019 has just begun, and we are having a great time. Is that baby girl? Is that my baby girl? Is that my baby girl? Yeah, it's my baby girl. I absolutely love you.